And get this, this person, this absolute legend, wrote, and I quote, "I will be gnawing on the spine of my signed copy until the next and final book." Gnawing. On the spine. That's passion.
That's deeply unsanitary, and frankly indicative of the kind of feral, uncritical devotion this sort of content inspires. It's hardly literature.
Oh, here we go. Welcome back to Heart Book Radio, folks, where Dr. Alistair Finch, it.They, is already sucking the joy out of the room. We're talking Four Ruined Realms by Mai Corland, the sequel to Five Broken Blades. And let me tell you, it's the most fun I've had since we argued about Twilight.
Please don't mention that sparkly drivel. And Four Ruined Realms isn't fun, it's derivative. It's 6 of Crows photocopied onto thinner paper with more whining. The author basically threw 10 different fantasy tropes into a trench coat and hoped no one would notice. 6 first-person narrators, 6 is narrative anarchy.
It's called complexity. It's like getting 6 different flavors of betrayal in one delicious, stabby sundae. These characters, the Blades, they're not whining. They're traumatized badasses forced into a suicide squad situation by King Joon. They have trust issues. Relatable.
They spend 500 pages repeating the exact same argument about trust they had in the first book. It's not character development, it's a narrative hamster wheel powered by adolescent angst. And let's talk about Yusan, universally despised, manipulative, frankly tedious.
Hey, Yusan kept it real. He was awful. Consistently awful. Right up until, well, you know. And people were sad. Even Mikhail. That takes skill. It reminds me of my neighbor Gary, total slime, ball. But when his prize, winning poodle ran away, even I felt a twinge. It's called emotional depth.
It's called emotional manipulation. Making readers feel sympathy for a poorly constructed antagonist through a cheap death scene is narrative malpractice. Almost as bad as making your supposedly badass assassin, lead, Sora, suddenly turn into the, what did that reviewer call her, wet blanket?
Don't you start. That reviewer is cancelled. Cancelled. Sora is dealing with trauma. Her boyfriend Taeyong is barely around. Maybe, just maybe, female characters can have more dimensions than just stab, stab, stab. Maybe sometimes they want to, dare I say it, friendship. Is that so offensive to your delicate literary sensibilities? It's not like she turned into Bella Swan overnight.
The comparison isn't entirely unwarranted. A previously capable character suddenly defined entirely by her relationships and anxieties, it rings a certain vampiric bell. And unlike your beloved Twilight, at least this book attempts a plot, however flimsy.
We are not relitigating Twilight again. This is about Four Ruined Realms. A book people are literally feral for. One reviewer said, "I'm feral for an unreliable narrator, and we get 6 of them in this book. See? Feral."
And another said, clawing my eyes out at the thoughts of having to read the 3rd installment. Clawing. Probably because the plot is just stealing some magical ring from the king's sister while everyone backstabs each other over misunderstandings a 5-minute conversation could solve. It's less Ocean's 11. More toddlers and tiaras with knives.
K. The constant. Do you trust me? Chua. No. Why not? Because. Cycle got a little old. I'll give you that. But the action. The stakes. People die, like Yusan. And Daysum. Poor Daysum.
Who? Exactly. The multiple POVs fracture any sense of narrative cohesion. It's confusing, repetitive.
It's fast. Like flipping channels during a commercial break. You get cliffhanger after cliffhanger. It keeps you hooked. Unlike some books about sparkly vampires staring angstily out of windows.
Look, here's a review that nails it. This book is really just 10 different tropes in a trench coat, trying to pass themselves off as an actual story. It's designed to be addictive, not good. Is it okay for a book to be utterly unoriginal if it's momentarily diverting?
Is it okay for you to be a pretentious windbag if you occasionally make a decent point? Yes. Sometimes you just want literary junk food. A big, greasy, trope-filled burger of a book. It doesn't have to be kale.
So, originality means nothing. Craft means nothing. Just mash together elements from better books and call it a day.
If it works, it works. People love it. Except that one poor soul forced to read it for their book club, who's dreading the next one. I felt that. My cousin Brenda makes us read inspirational Alama memoirs. Brutal.
I sympathize, truly. But that doesn't excuse lazy writing. The characters don't learn, the conflicts repeat. It's exhausting.
Okay, hypothetical time. If Ewan were a sandwich, what kind would he be?
I refuse to engage with that absurdity. It's time for the ratings.
Buzzkill. Okay, my rating. I give 4 ruined. Realms 5 out of 6 backstabs. It was fun. It was messy. It needed more actual stabbing, and maybe 50% less whining about trust. But I devoured it.
And I give it 2 out of 10 therapy sessions it desperately needed but tragically never received. Derivative, repetitive, and emotionally manipulative. An exhausting exercise in narrative gimmickry.
Agree to disagree. Violently, like always. Join us next week when we tackle a book that sounds completely unhinged. My sentient toaster tried to seduce my cat.
Oh.
You've been listening to Heart Book Radio. Try not to gnaw on any books before next time.